NFL May 17, 2018 12:20 p.m. Eastern Daylight Saving Time May 17, 2018 12:18 p.m. Eastern Daylight Saving Time NFL players are never safe from injury, even off the field during the offseason, and culprits range from spiders to McDonald's bags. Use left or right buttons to navigate. Swipe left or right to navigate. NFL players, like all humans, are never safe from injury. Even off the field during the off-season, they're susceptible to culprits ranging from spiders to McDonald's bags. Coaches dread such incidents, and contracts ban certain activities in an attempt to keep players out of harm's way, attempt being the key word. Here are several outlandish, some comical, off-season episodes in recent memory. Getty Images. In June of 2002, Jaguars punter Chris Hansen, his wife and teammate kicker Jared Holmes were severely burned when a fondue pot overturned on the floor of Hansen's Jacksonville home. Hansen suffered first and second-degree burns on both hands and his right ankle. It happened so fast, Hansen told the Florida Times-Union. We were moving the fondue pot when it slipped onto the tile floor at my house, then my wife fell into it. I know it doesn't sound like much, but it's been quite an ordeal. We're just now getting her home. Hansen's wife, Casey, suffered second and third-degree burns that required attention from the burn unit at Shands Hospital in Gainesville. Chris Hansen and Holmes were able to quickly recover and participate in training camp later that summer. Getty Images. In 2007, rookie safety LaRon Landry missed the Redskins' three-day minicamp after he was shot in the groin while playing paintball. Coach Joe Gibbs told the Washington Post each position group engaged in some form of team-building activity, and the defensive backs played paintball. It was kind of bizarre, but every now and then something like that happens, Gibbs said of what he called a freak accident. Getty Images. In 2003, Panthers rookie defensive tackle Kendall Moorhead woke up for the first day of training camp with what he thought was a mosquito bite on his arm. After 4 days of swelling and pain, Moorhead was sent back to Charlotte from the team's camp in Spartanburg, South Carolina, to get it checked out. Doctors believed Moorhead was bitten by a spider. He returned to the team after 4 days in the hospital, where he was given antibiotics and kept on intravenous fluids. I was just looking at it like a regular bug bite, Moorhead told the Associated Press. But then my arm kept swelling up. When I went to the hospital and they said they would have to keep me for a few days, then I started to get worried about it. Things like that happen that you have no control over. Getty Images. In May of 2003, Titans wide receiver Derek Mason was playing in a charity golf tournament when he hit behind the ball and into the ground while teeing off. He told the Tennessean that his hand started to swell immediately, and he knew he had done something wrong. He just didn't know what. An X-ray revealed a fractured bone, and Mason was forced to miss about a month of football. I've been telling people I was rescuing my dog or something and I slipped and fell, Mason said after the accident. I could see getting hurt in other sports but not that one. Hey, things happen. It was just bad luck. Getty Images. In March of 2008, then Broncos receiver Brandon Marshall severed an artery, a vein and a nerve in his right forearm. Thanks to a misplaced McDonald's bag, we woke up early in the morning, probably 7 o'clock, to go jet skiing, Marshall told the Denver Post. There were probably 10 of us, family members, maybe more. We got to horseplaying and I slipped on a McDonald's bag. I went hand first into an entertainment system and, in trying to bridge myself, I went through the TV. The injuries required surgery and sidelined Marshall for most of the off-season. AP photo. In June of 2010, Panthers receiver Steve Smith broke his arm playing football. Flag football. At a local YMCA, they were messing around. The ball went over his head and he slipped. Smith's agent, Derek Fox, told ESPN he put his arm out to brace himself. When he did, he felt the sharp pain. He went in Sunday afternoon to have an X-ray and it showed a break. Smith had surgery to have a small plate and screws inserted in his arm, but he returned to full health in time for the regular season. Getty Images. Bills quarterback Kevin Kolb's 2013 knee injury occurred during training camp, but it was technically off the field. Kolb, at the time battling rookie E.J. Manuel for Buffalo's starting job, slipped on a wet rubber mat in a tunnel while switching fields between drills. Kolb avoided serious injury and returned to practice a few days later, but he did end up second on the depth chart for the season. Getty Images. There's a good chance Caleb Sturgis was the first player picked for the Dolphins' 2015 post-OTA kickball game. Because, you know, he's a kicker. But he didn't last long. Miami's kicker sustained a quadriceps injury to his non-kicking left leg during the team-building activity organized by an unknown person of authority, likely a coach or trainer. Sturgis was expected to miss minicamp but recover in time for the regular season. Getty Images. Jason Pierre-Paul's 4th of July celebration in 2015 took a turn for the worst when a fireworks accident led to the defensive end having his finger amputated. He also suffered a broken thumb. The loss of his right index finger was not career-ending, but the accident was a good reminder of the dangers of the holiday, which comes during NFL players' free time between minicamp and training camp. Getty Images. Darren McFadden was entering his second season with the Cowboys when he broke his elbow, an injury that was expected to sideline the running back for at least a couple months. Dallas running backs coach told reporters that McFadden fell on his elbow while trying to catch his phone and keep it from hitting the floor. That was the initial story, at least. McFadden a couple weeks later said he had slipped on wet concrete and fell on his elbow. The phone just happened to be in his hand. The phone, thankfully, by all accounts was not harmed. Getty Images. The cast on backup quarterback Taylor Heineke's left foot when he arrived at Vikings training camp in 2016 was a mystery, until he explained what happened. Turns out he injured himself breaking into a house. His own house. I was locked out of my house after a late-night movie, Heineke told reporters. I came back and there's no one home, and I'm trying to nudge the door a little. It was one of those double doors. I thought it just needed a little nudge. Me and my buddy were getting it going a little, but when I put my foot to the door, my foot kind of slipped and it went through a window. It was just kind of a freak accident. The freak accident reportedly resulted in a severed tendon. He was expected to miss up to 3 months. Getty Images. Cowboys linebacker Damian Wilson, as the team opened training camp in 2016, placed on the non-football injury list. He apparently was hit in the eye with a paintball, which, like the other paintball-related injury on this list, sounds incredibly painful. He was expected to miss most of training camp. Getty Images. In late June 2017, Eagles linebacker Jordan Hicks reportedly injured his hand getting out of a pool while on his honeymoon in Greece. The team did not express much concern, if any at all, soon after they were made aware of the incident.